moving target is an idea construction that I try to compress down into this one phrase, into this one sentence. In this case, it's a phrase, moving target. What does this mean, at least for me? So I had this idea of trying to compress concepts and trying to basically store them for future use, and therefore only having to see this, and then I remember all of the above, or all of what I associated previously with this. Now, obviously, there is some data loss. These could be things that I could tweet, but then there is also a huge risk associated with this because of the compression. There are many things that are left out. The model is so simple that it also is so false. The simpler the model, the falser it also maybe is. So, if I am a moving target, or if something is a moving target, then it's harder to hit the target. If something is stagnant, then it's easier to hit the target. And so this idea is that, and I also applied this at least to creating videos or content for quite some time, is that if I am progressing at a certain rate, then I leave these breadcrumbs in the past, which are these videos. If I then additionally schedule these videos in the past, then they're basically just a trail behind me. Similar to like a star, just goes forward, and there's this trail behind, and the trail never catches up, but it is always behind, it is visible. And so if one then sees this trail, and one tries to maybe shoot a laser gun, let's say it's Star Wars, one tries to shoot a laser gun at the trail of the star, or of the, not necessarily star, let's just say it's a meteorite, I think is the proper name for this, then one never catches the thing that is actually moving. So ideally the thing that is moving is also kind of hidden, because otherwise it doesn't really make sense. So basically the opponent, the enemy, always only sees the trail and never really knows where the other thing is. Of course, one then could make predictions where the thing actually is, and then the more unpredictable then this actually is, that basically the movement also is, that the more unpredictable also the location in the future then would be. And so the idea that a target is moving is kind of, and now again applied to me, is kind of that I ideally constantly move forward, and all the things I ever do I can't have already in the past. So if now I am moving forward and there is this trail behind me of the things I did, and if somebody tries to critique me, if somebody tries to kind of shoot at me, then it doesn't really matter to me, because I am always moving forward, I am always moving away. And so if somebody critiques something that I made, if somebody critiques the thing that I did yesterday, 2 weeks before, 2 years before, then I already know, at least if I think I am progressing at a certain rate, which also maybe cannot really be misconstrued so much, because the body seems to kind of keep track of what is actually done and what is not done. And if something is not done and one knows about it, then often there seems to be this problem of feeling very, very guilty about this. So if I feel good about this, and of course there might be many illusions about this, and there also might be a bias towards feeling too good about oneself in order to kind of not have to lie to others, but still act in a way that is more beneficial compared to being actually neutral. At least that's what I heard on a couple of books I listened to. Now, if I am moving, then all the critique basically can never really hit me, because it only can be targeted at what is left behind, what is in the past.